Hi, this is Joe's Corner 76. We'll be discussing the human condition. In order to change it, we have to be involved. I have a question for you, especially in the times that we're living in now. I want to know, do you feel you're really living, or are you just existing? They're really two different concepts. Do you get up each day and drag yourself through the day and go, oh my God, another day in endless days. It seems like I'm never going to get anymore. Do you then go to work and say, oh my God, I got the same job day in and day out. Nothing changes. Do you look at your wife and your children and say, oh my God, what a burden they are? Do you look at the world around you and it always seems gray instead of light? Do you think you're in a tunnel instead of in the broad daylight of life? If you are in any of these circumstances, you're existing, you're not living. If you can't see a hope on the horizon, if you can't feel some joy, if you don't feel that you're worth anything, if you think you're depressed, you're just existing. If your life appears to be going nowhere, you're just existing. In all of this, what I'm trying to lead you towards is, you don't have to live this way. Is there a solution? You better believe there is. And what I think is, you first got to say to yourself, am I worth anything? And I'm telling you, my friend, each and every person is worth something. Each and every person has a talent, no matter how big or how small, that they can share with the world. Each and every person has the capacity to reach out to another human being and say, hi, how are you? What I'm saying is, every one of us has the opportunity for friendship. What does friendship do? It broadens your horizons. It opens a little bit of that world to you. When you look at your job, do you sort of think to yourself, well, you know what? Maybe I should be grateful that I've got a job, that I've got somewhere to come to make a living. That doesn't mean you have to stay there, but you only get out what you put in. If you put in poor attitude, that's all you're going to have. But if you go in and say, I'm going to do the best I can in the time I'm working. Because let me tell you, 8 hours can be very long, or it can pass very quickly. And if you don't want to stay in that job, don't moan and don't cry. Look out around you. There are endless opportunities for you to say, what do I really want? What's my joy? What would make me feel more like living than existing? And you know what? Stop bitching. Go for it. If you think your relationships with your wife, your family, your girlfriends, or your relatives is blah and it's not going anywhere, have you ever thought, is there the slightest possibility that maybe the problem is with you too? You're always groaning and you're always moaning. You don't look at your wife with that kind of smile you used to do. When your kids come up to you, you go, yeah. They're looking for you to do something with them. So if you go up to your partner and say, hi, how are you? How's your day? Are you feeling okay? Just want to let you know that I love you. If you spend some time with your kids, you're going to be surprised. When you look at the world in general, do you feel that you can't make any kind of change? And life is just one grind? No, you can make a change. What I'm trying to say is, you probably can't change the whole world, But you can change a few things. First, you can change yourself. By changing yourself, you're going to have the ability to change someone else, because your attitude is going to rub off on them. And what's that going to do? Their attitude is going to rub off on somebody else. What you're going to do is create a circle or a ripple of joy or happiness. If you start and look at life as this way, I'm glad I'm alive. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I've got this time. And I know it's a short run. We're here short, a real short time. So what can I do? Can I live with joy? Can I live with pride? Can I live with power? Can I live with the ability to know I can change my life? I'm not in a rut. Can I know that instead of walking along that path of loneliness and depression, that if I reach out, there are people that will help me? My friend, don't just exist. Live. How can you live? First by saying, I'm worth something. I want more. And then when you say that, you ask yourself, what do I have to do to get more? And I think in order for you to have life, you have to first make that step and say, I'm going to connect with the world. I'm going to connect with somebody else. I'm going to get up each day and say, thank God I've got another day. It's an opportunity for me to change my life. I'm not dead. And since I've got an opportunity to change my life, I've got an opportunity to live, not exist. And maybe I can not only live, but maybe I can learn to live with joy. Maybe I can learn to live with passion. Maybe I can learn to love myself. And, if you do that, you're going to be able to love someone else. But if you don't choose one or the other path, then you're going to just stay where you are. So I'm saying to you, life is too short to exist, because it seems like an endless drudge. But living, it's better for your health, it's better for your mental attitude, it's better for your physical health, it's better for spiritual health, and mostly of all, it's better for the world. Because when you live, you spread that joy, you spread that feeling of things are okay to others. So why not create a circle of life? My friend, I'm saying stop existing. Start living. You know what? You try it, you're going to love it. I hope you like this podcast, and you can listen to me on Spotify, YouTube, at Joe's Corner 76. And if you did like this podcast, I have many more. You can hear them on YouTube at Joe's Corner 76.